Welcome to the Daily Politics. First of all, your response to Theresa May's statement. Hello.
Well, it's a fantastic opportunity for the British people to change the direction of our country, to vote for that change. Indeed, to vote against a hard Brexit and to vote to keep the United Kingdom in the single market, something that was not on the ballot paper last year. But it's also an opportunity for Britain to vote for a strong and decent opposition, something they do not have under Labour, but they can have with the Liberal Democrats. And as the Liberal Democrats are the only plausible path through which the Liberal Democrats could lose their majority, then the Liberal Democrats see this as our moment, a moment where Britain could change the direction of our country.
Right. Will people thank you for wanting to rerun the referendum and the whole idea of Brexit in this general election?
Well, I think the biggest issue of a generation is hardly not going to be discussed during this general election. And it seems to me that given that membership of the single market was not on the ballot paper last year, and people, whether they're for or against leaving the European Union, there seems to be a majority who believe that being in the single market will be good for our economy and make us stronger as a country, then to put that front and centre in our campaign seems to me not just wise, but showing real leadership that can actually bring the country together rather than divide it.
Just bear with us. Don't go away. I mean, Ian Duncan-Smith, how worried are you by the threat of the Liberal Democrats in the southwest, for example?
I'm not really, actually. I was down in the southwest during the last election, and there seemed to be a huge sense that time had been and gone, and we won all the seats down there, and we won them not just on issues to do with the coalition, but it was on issues to do who do you want to govern you. So I would have a sense that my colleagues in the southwest will get on and have a very strong election campaign and win. But, you know, to be fair, the Liberals have been very clear about what their position has been on this. I think it's an opportunity for them to put this case for a second referendum. If that's what they want to stand on, then let them put that at the general election, which is exactly the point. It'll be over pretty quickly, June the 8th. It's not going to spend too much time doing it. And then we can, as I say, end up with the mandate the British people want for the government they want to join them. But I have to say, listening to Neil Call, it was quite interesting, I thought, which is that I think the Labour Party kind of is divided here. There's some of them that want to have a general election because they want to get rid of their leader, and another lot that want to have it because they want to win with their leader. And I think it's a really very divided party.
All right, Ian Duncan-Smith, at that point, I think we are going to let you go. Thank you very much for joining us today on this pretty special programme. Dramatic announcement from the Prime Minister. Tim Farron, back to you in Truro. What do you say to Ian Duncan-Smith? Doesn't seem to be worried or concerned at all about a Lib Dem challenge in the South West.
Well, he would say that, wouldn't he? I mean, we know that the results of the council by-elections we've had here over the last 9-10 months have been spectacular. The increase in membership here has been pretty much a doubling. So there's great energy down here, but it's across the whole country. I think what has happened since the referendum is that people, whether they supported or indeed did not support the outcome of that vote, they want to see a Britain that does not isolate itself from the rest of the world, that doesn't vote to make itself poorer. That's why being in the single market is of critical importance, and that's why it's one of those things we'll be campaigning on during this election. But it is also about changing the direction of our country towards one being that is open, united and tolerant. And it's also that opportunity to have a strong, decent opposition. The reality is that even people who are mildly favourable towards the Conservative Party will surely agree with me that we need a stronger Liberal Democrat voice through this election, given the Labour Party has given up on not only being an effective alternative to the Tory government, but even being a decent opposition.
Tim Farron, thank you very much.